Back to the Free Hammers podcast. Here with Luke, as always. How's it going, mate? You right?
Yeah, really good, mate. Quite a bit to talk about. Actually, loads has sort of happened today or this week. In terms of, they've all come out of hiding this week. We'll go into that in a minute. Just briefly, just because we always do, talk about the game, because obviously we haven't spoke about it together. It was a disappointing game. We didn't play well. I don't want to dwell on it too much. Obviously, I say it's been and gone now. The next game's in a couple of days, but disappointing. Didn't turn up.
Well, I don't think we were that bad, to be honest with you, mate.
First half, I think maybe you could say the first half weren't too bad. Anything else?
You're well out of sync, mate. Technical difficulties here.
Yeah. Well?
No.
Apologise for anyone watching live. What's happening now? It looks like we've lost Paul. Anyway, I hope. Can you guys all see me? Am I coming through okay? Obviously the main thing with the Sheffield United game, it's been discussed by everyone really on all the channels, really, isn't it? Obviously this thing. He's back now, it seems. There he is. He's back. Is it you or me?
You're just massively delayed, mate.
Oh, is it? I'll tell you what, let me get rid of some of these. It might be because I've got these things. Oh, guys, I hope it's okay. Is that better?
No.
Oh, my God. Hi, guys. Is there any chance? Blah, 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 blah. How delayed is it?
I don't know. Guys in the chat who's watching, right? How does this video look for you? Because for me, Luke is well out of sync, but it might be an issue at my end. How does it look for you guys? Let us know.
Yeah, please let us know ASAP. I'm just looking here. I'm just seeing the video here. I don't know. Guys in the chat who's watching, seems fine. How does this video look for you? For me, Luke is well out of sync. It's fine. People saying in the chat it's fine.
Cool. It's just really weird.
If you're slightly delayed, then just give Paul a little bit of time or give me a bit of time.
Yeah,
okay, yes.
It's really weird for me. Like that, I can hear you, all right, but your picture is completely out, so I need to just not look at you, right?
Yeah, I do apologise, guys. Obviously, some people are saying it's out of sync there. I do apologise, guys, if it is the case. I'll tell you what. I'll come out and come back in quick. There you go. Is that any better, mate?
No, it hasn't changed.
Don't worry. Okay, right. Sheffield United, obviously, disappointing result. Very disappointing. Brought us back down to earth. Gary Neville's comments as well. A couple of things there for you to answer, mate.
Yeah, no, I mean, first of all, I was saying before the technical difficulties. I don't think it was a terrible performance. I really don't. We had chances. If anything, I'd say I think we had probably the better chances than they did in the game. Obviously, LAS scored, ruled out for offside, which was correct. Only just. And then obviously the goal that was disallowed. So I don't think we played that bad, really. I mean, like we said before the game in the sort of preview, Sheffield United, they're no mugs. They're not a bad team, and I genuinely didn't think they looked that great. I thought we played okay. Gutted, obviously, to come away with nothing where we should have at least come away with a point.
Yeah, what did you make on Gary Neville's comments then about Declan Rice saying that it's a game, a draw would have been a good result? And Gary Neville said that it just sums up what's wrong with West Ham.
I get what he's saying. I understand what he's saying, and I agree in principle, but that just shows where we are at the minute as a club. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, newly promoted team, we should be thinking we're going to go and we're going to win the game. But that was Pellegrini's whole thing, wasn't it? Think like a big team, that big club mentality. How did that work out for us? You have to be realistic. You have to be realistic to where we are at this current moment in time. And at this current point in time, Sheffield United are 5th. Do you know what I mean? So you can't. Yeah. Obviously, you want to go and you want to win and all the rest of it, but you can't expect it. You can't. Yeah, if we'd have come away with a point, I would have been sitting here saying it was a good point. So
what about the handball then? Just finish off very quickly on that.
Disgusting, absolutely disgusting, mate. Genuinely, it's been a long time since I've been so angry at a game of football, especially over West Ham. Absolutely ridiculous decision. Disgusting. You can't. I understand it's the law, but the law needs to be changed. It does. The law needs to be changed. It's doing no favors for football at the minute. It really ain't. Rice's interview after the game, very sort of emotional at the time he was, and he's just sort of on point though. I thought, no one wants that kind of thing in the game.
You made a good point, actually, mate. I don't know if you want to share it. The one you put in about how defenders can accidentally handball it, and that just to finish this little section off.
Yeah. So no, it was just an interesting thing. It was actually a comment I saw from someone on Knees Up Mother Brown that said the way that the law is at the minute. So if a defender handballs the ball in the box accidentally, it's not handball. That's fine. But if an attacker does it, or if someone handballs it leading up to a goal, then it's handball, and it's it has to be ruled out. And they basically said, what are they going to do if a defender in the box handles it accidentally, smashes it up pitch to clear it, and then a striker puts it in? Are they going to rule that goal out? Are they going to give? If they rule the goal out, then they're saying it's handball. So then are they going to give a penalty to the other team?
Is it a free kick in the box? Indirect free kick in the box?
The rules don't make sense as they are. You can't have one rule for a defender and one rule for an attacker. It doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous. And I've got no doubt they will change it. They'll change the offside rule. They'll change the handball rule, or they'll just get rid of VAR altogether. Something's got to give, because
I don't think they'll get rid of VAR.
I don't
think VAR is going anywhere.
I don't think VAR
rule changes.
I don't think VAR is the problem. The rules are the problem at the minute. How they're integrating VAR with the current rules. They need to change the offside law if they're going to keep VAR in like this, and they need to change the handball rule because it's ridiculous.
I agree, mate. I think we was both nearly right with our predictions. I think I went either 2-1 or 1-0. Can't remember. I'm going to jump in the chat because there's loads to talk about. I'll read it out for you, mate, if you're not watching it. It says, hey guys, so volunteer scouts, thousands of fans walking away every year, empty seats with 50k on the waiting list, no signings, no hope. What are these mugs gonna keep up? I don't know if you see the volunteer scout, mate. Video from Gonzo. I say every bloody week, but it's true. I'm just going to flash it up for you there, mate. But this is what is currently on the West Ham website. Volunteer, keyword, volunteer academy scout. It says, salary competitive, which probably means nothing. Their job is to go around, 6 to 16-year-olds.
Amateur.
Just sums it all up, really, doesn't it, mate? It does. It really does.
We're a Premier League football club. As has just come out, which I'm sure we'll talk about. We're supposedly the 18th richest club in the world, and we're after volunteer scouts.
It's just like you say, mate. It's amateurish. I can understand a certain level having some amateur coaches. I assume a lot of clubs have some. There's a lot of PE teachers that are academy scouts. My boss is a Chelsea scout. You've got to have a higher level scouts as well, not just one. There's teams of who are in Italy, who are in Spain, who are in South America, or whatever. Mate, it's so amateurish. It's ridiculous.
It's amateurish. It's so embarrassing. If you look, I think before, so that they officially, I think 6 months ago, officially we had 7 scouts on the books. But that included the likes of Husilios, that included Husilios' son, Pellegrini's son. Basically, if you take the people that have now left the club since then, we've got 2 scouts. West Ham United Football Club.
Premier League Football Club.
A Premier League football club. 18th richest club in the world. Has got 2 scouts in Europe.
It's just ridiculous, mate. And that's why we keep getting linked to the same boring players. I just want to flash a few things up because this conversation's going to lead right on there. So these three have been out in force this week. Aaron car crash interview, David Sullivan car crash interview in the Evening Standard. And then Paul has just listened to David Gold's car crash interview on TalkSport. It's got a few brief things here to flash up. Anyone who didn't catch the Evening Standard one, I would like to talk about what we've achieved on the pitch, but unfortunately, despite our investment and efforts, we have not made progress we all expected under the club's most high-profile manager, Pellegrini, having brought in a director of football. What happens on the pitch is obviously the most important thing. One more thing, mate. And then it says, for 2 years, we were on the verge of reaching the Europa League group stages, and that we have provided the platform for more consistent success. We feel we've moved in the right direction and made progress. Really? Hindsight is a wonderful thing, and perhaps it is a mistake to have let David Moyes go in the first place. Easy option this time around would have been go and get someone new, but we feel that David Moyes is the right manager. New Pellegrini, an appointment which was welcomed by the supporters, won the Premier League. And there was one more bit. We can't please all supporters, but we do listen to them. We are trying to enhance our relationship by improving the stadium for them, as well as attempting to give them the best possible team to watch on a pitch. Really?
Waffle.
Really? It's just ridiculous. And then the article actually ends, I think purposely as well, with Trevor Brookins saying, I had a great affinity with, and I've got nothing against Trevor, I had a great affinity with Upton Park throughout my career. I couldn't have really understood it if the owners had said no to a chance to move into London Stadium. The biggest challenge for the club now is to improve things on the pitch for the supporters to see extra money, which is being generated and impacting league position. First step now is to stay up. I won't read all of it. And then Aaron Brady with Irwan, 200 million claim. What's the other thing? Oh, the chairman are trying. Will he be given any money? They're trying.
Joke, mate.
You've just watched the David Gold one, mate. I don't know whether you've got any sort of summary of that.
The Gold one was, like you say, mate, car crash is the absolute word for it. Gold was, I don't think the man knows where he is after time. He basically come out and he was saying about the fans are upset about leaving Upton Park. And he said his words, no one loved Upton Park more than me. And then he was like,
were you rhinos?
Yeah, he said, the thing is, I understand what he was trying to say, right? He said he remembers the chicken run and that's gone. And then he said, I remember, and he couldn't think of anything else to say. And then he said the urinals have gone. I think what he was trying to say, this was before our time, mate, but in the chicken run, apparently the lads literally used to basically take a lash in a trough along the back of the stand. I think maybe that's what he was trying to say. I don't know what he was talking about. I don't think he knew what he was talking about. But yeah, it's a joke. And the biggest thing that for me, first of all, the interview was a joke. It was Ian Abrams Moose who did the interview.
I can't stand him either. I know he's a West Ham fan. I can't stand him.
He's a West Ham fan, but he's another one, mate. He's a ball puppet. He's scared of losing his privileges and his free tickets.
Free food at halftime.
And you had Gold come out and say, like, and I did see actually in the chat there, someone had said,
jump back into the chat in a minute.
He said that moving the club to the London Stadium is the best thing they've done for the club, and that's just. Does he not know the fans' feelings? Does he not know the fans' opinions? Does he not know what he's talking about? And then the other thing was he said about the promises they made. So Champions League in 7 years and this, that, and this, that, and that. He said that they were hopeful promises. They were hopeful promises. And he said, you can't expect us to, like, that's not what a promise is, mate. And to be fair,
you actually told me to do this, mate. I did do it for you. I think, yes, I did. So
yeah,
promise,
there you go.
Go on, mate. A declaration of assurance that one will do something or that particular thing will happen. There you go, Dave.
That's what a promise is. There's no such thing as it's a hopeful promise. And to be fair, you had it was Darren Bent and who's the other bloke on TalkSport? They were talking
Andy Durham or something like
Durham,
that.
yeah, they were talking about it afterwards. And to be fair, they said exactly that. Durham said the first thing he would have pulled him up on was, well, a promise. There's no such thing as a hopeful promise. If you promise something, you have to deliver it. If you don't deliver it, it's a broken promise. You can't say, oh, well, we were just trying to get there. It was just a hopeful. That's not, no. You didn't do it. You broke the promise. And
I think the point is, mate, the universal thing is we were still at Upton Park, and we had done what we've done over the last sort of 4 to 5 years, up and all around. We'd take it.
Mm.
The point is that the context of it is we were promised when we went there, we were getting next level. We were going to, invest heavily in players. That's why we're angry.
Yeah.
Not angry because, Upton Park's gone and now we're a bad football club. No, it's because we were promised that we would leave our spiritual home for, better. We're not saying win things. We never thought we was going to win things.
Exactly.
Even probably the most, optimistic of fans. And you're a big optimist. Surely didn't believe we was going to get Champions League football in the next 5 to 10 years' time.
No. And it was the whole world-class team for a world-class stadium. That was their pitch. That was their line. And again, the first caller after that interview really went in, and he was basically saying, all we hear is lies, 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 lies.
Spin.
Spin and lies. That's all it is. It's just lies. World-class. And Karen Brady saying, oh, they've spent £200 on the £200 million on the team. Yeah, but how much have they made back from player sales? How much have they made back from wages saved? It's all right saying, oh, we spent £200 million, but they probably made 180 million of that back.
A really good point. Again, as you know, I watch all the other West Ham channels. Gio. He said, actually, a 200 million spend in terms of net. So you've actually spent the 200 million pound. You have to look over a 5-year period. So that's like basically what, 20 million a season, 5 years. No, it's a bit more than that. It's 40 million a season. So that 200 million sounds a big number. You have to go into the question a bit more, realise it's not as much as they're trying to claim. They're probably trying to make that look like it's 200 million over summer. Yeah. But
it's a car crash,
they're very scared of the protest, I think.
Yeah, of course they are. And I'll tell you, I've said, and we've asked this question before about, do we think the fans will unite again and get behind something? And I said at the time, no, I think that moment's gone. And do you know what? I hope I'm wrong. I hope Saturday.
I think there's something coming again.
I hope Saturday. I hope this protest proves me wrong. I hope that the fire is still there in the fans.
I don't want us to lose.
No.
I don't want us to lose or anything like that.
No,
I don't want us to go down. If we do not sign a player, and we do go down in May, my God, I dread to think what the protests are going to be like if we went down that last game of the season. Jesus Christ, it's going to be horrendous. I'm going to jump in the chat because there's loads there. Hi guys, is there any chance we can have 90% claret seating while it's mainly white anyway?
It's mainly white.
Money they want to spend, mate. Yeah.
It's mainly white because it's a neutral colour and it means they can have other events there. That's got nothing to do with West Ham. That's the organised and all the rest of it. For them, it's a neutral colour. It's easy to rebrand. That's why the seats are white. As far as getting the claret seats in, I do think that we actually asked, the club asked about that before, and I think it was the costs. Were what was complained about, and it was silly excuses as well about how the claret seats fade, so they have to be replaced every couple of years and all this nonsense. It's not something that's going to happen under these owners. Maybe if we own the stadium in the future, it might, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah.
It also goes on to say, any news if we are moving the bottom stands closer? It was tatted about for a while, wasn't it? And the fact that if they do move behind the goal closer, you may get wet. So if they proceed with that, who knows? Tom says, we've had worse performances, but playing well and losing is not going to cut it now. We need wins. Yep, very good point, mate. How many fans we need to group together to be able to push for a vote for a new badge? I think there's plenty out there for it. I just don't think it's the main thing. I think the main vent at the moment is we want the ball out. Do you know what I mean? That's the main vent. And again, thanks, Tony. Loads of input here. The London Stadium would be better with more claret seating and moving the seats close to the pitch. Why don't they do this? The more tiny things they do will make it better for West Ham. It's very, very true. I don't think they're that bothered. I think they want to spend as minimal as possible. Hope that we stay up. and sell for as big a profit as they can.
Mm.
I was at Sheffield United, I suppose, that game, and we had good chances, and we gave a goal. It's very true. Yeah, we didn't actually speak about their goal. A mistake, obviously, by Martin. Balbuena I think Martin was looking for where Balbuena was originally standing, and he's moved from that point, and that's where they've just had that miscommunication.
Yeah, for me, that was a 50-50. It was half Balbuena's fault, half Martin's fault. Balbuena, I don't know what happened. Like, as soon as the pass he came back for the pass, and when Martin made the pass, Balbuena had a spasm. I don't know what his legs were doing. It's as if he couldn't move his legs. I don't know what happened there.
I think he could have saved the shot as well. I think the shot went underneath him, didn't it? Hi guys, do you think people would protest or have issues if the club was to land away from Newham and build proper football ground? Apparently, this was a possibility for the London Stadium deal.
Yeah. Do you know what? This was something I saw a few people talking about, and they were talking about moving the club to Essex. And then it went into a whole debate about historically the borders of Essex and all this, that, and the other. Just speaking for me personally, if they moved the club to Essex, I'd be done. I would. That's it. We're a London club. Yeah, I know we don't want London on the badge, but we're a London club. We're an East London club. We're not an Essex club. No, I know. Oh yeah, all the EastEnders now moved out to Essex and all the rest of it. I don't care if they moved the club to Essex. It's not for me. I know it's barely West Ham anymore as it is, but for me that'd finish it off. I don't know about you, mate. It'd probably make it easier for you getting the game.
Yeah, apart from travelling and stuff, it's easier. But yeah, we're East London. We are the Cockney boys. Do you know what I mean? Still part of that, history and stuff. Not for me. Any news on when Antonio's back? I think West Brom game. I think they said today. Gary says can't play 5 at the back. With Zab stick to 4. Yeah, Zabaleta at right wing back looked lost. Mm-hmm. He looked like me out there.
Yeah, no impact on the game at all. And when he did get up towards the edge of the box, his crosses were shocking. He just, I don't know. Yeah, he's not a wing back, obviously.
Not at all. Antonio only just back in training today. Got loads of comments. If the Sheffield United players were wearing West Ham shirts, would they have the same winning mentality? It's a good point. If there's something a bit toxic at our club and at the training grounds, a bit of an easy ride, who knows? Sometimes, it has to be instilled by a good manager. I think David Moyes does have that instilling in him. I think there just is a culture at the club. Some of the players run it a little bit, and the culture runs a little bit. What do you think, mate?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like you say, it's that culture of the club. If we literally, I feel like if we lifted half of Real Madrid, half of Liverpool, and put Pep Guardiola in charge, we'd still be flirting with relegation. So
no, I agree, mate. I totally agree. And with that one, sorry, mate. Yeah, we must win against Everton. Looked like we was playing under the Greenie. Is anyone anti-current West Ham badge like me? Surely it's a big topic this at the minute across social media. This thing. Sideways and backwards, no passing. Go on, mate.
Do you know what, mate? Just before you go on, just a word on the badge. Apart from the London, I actually don't mind about it. Obviously, our free. Where is it? There it is. Our Free Hammers badge is obviously based around the new badge. See, if it was just the Crossed Hammers and West Ham United, I don't think fans would have a problem. I really don't. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it is just having, trying to rebrand to West Ham London. I think that's what most people's issue is. I think if you took London away, or as one of the guys in the chat there says, put East London, it'd probably be better.
Yeah, lots of VAR stuff here, boys. It's the law. Yes, you can hate it, even cheer a goal now. The handball rule. Sorry, the handball. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out there. Would I load of crap and tone? That's why. Should it be the rule that our home kit always has sky blue sleeves? Yeah, why not? I'm just going to see if there's anything else here. Nothing major at the minute. We'll jump back in a minute. Okay, so I think this is another one, mate. That's just getting everyone wound up at the minute. Lack of transfers, mate, is killing me at the minute. It's driving me insane. They're so desperate for players. missed out on Fernandes. Now, apparently, we was never really in it anyway. Yeah, apart from this one, nothing much has happened, really, is it? Doesn't look like happening.
No, nothing much at all, mate. And that's Randolph. So I don't know, just how
ambitious,
so we've got Fabianski, who's had 2 injuries in close proximity in a couple of months, and he's getting on. He's what, 34, 35 this year. Then we've got Roberto, who's nowhere near good enough. We've got Martin, who's the training ground keeper, who's picked up injuries as well. So what are we going to do as a backup? Let's bring in Darren Randolph, who's currently injured, took 2 weeks to pass a medical. Do you know what, mate? I said to our mate Bowden, I was talking to him the other day, and I said to him, I would die laughing. I would die laughing if Randolph starts against Everton and pulls up after 10 minutes. I really would.
We didn't actually touch on that with the Sheffield United game, mate. Fabianski going down. Again, even if he comes back now, mate, I think at 32, this could be the start of him becoming injury prone. I really hope it ain't the case, because he's a great goalie, mate. He's a great goalie.
I think he's 34, isn't he?
32, I think. Oh, 34.
Fabianski, he's 34. He'll be 35 in April.
Yeah, so most goalies, 37, unless like the goalie we were talking about last week, Gigi Buffon, that sort of level. 37, you sort of start going on your way out, don't you? Such a shame, though. He was heartbroken, wasn't he?
He was, he was absolutely gutted. You could see it. And
he's one of my favourites, man. He's one of the best goalies we've had.
The thing is, as well, you could probably say it happened because they rushed him back, because we don't have adequate cover,
or you don't let him take the goal kick.
Yeah,
there is this rule now that a defender can receive it in the 18-yard box, not be touched. So why are we not playing that until his groin or his hip is perfect again? Again, that's that lack of coaching or.
Well, it's like I say, mate. It's because we ain't got any adequate cover, and now we've got Dan Randolph. Yeah, Randolph's all right. He's an all right backup, but like I say, if Fabianski's out, if Fabianski gets injured again and he's out for the rest of the season, are we really going to rely on Randolph, who, as I say, is currently injured? I don't think he's played a game since November. It's farcical. It really
and
is.
He wasn't good enough anyway. I don't remember him being that good.
Please
tell me if I'm wrong.
He was all right. He was an okay all-round goalkeeper.
Came in just because Adrian at the time was having a bit of wobbler, weren't he? Do you remember it was a goal against Watford, I think, where Ginge sort of edited it over him.
Yeah.
I remember that goal.
And I remember
kick-ups.
At the time, everyone, including us, we were screaming, saying that Randolph was still playing too long. Yeah. Adrian should have been brought back in sooner. So, yeah, as a backup goalkeeper, all right, but he could end up playing a lot of games this season, and it's just poor.
Mate.
Poor. The only reason we signed him is because he was cheap. He was probably free. I'm guessing we just wrote off the money that Middlesbrough owed us for him. So I don't think we actually paid a fee for him. Cheap. It's just a joke. It really is. It's just a joke.
It is a joke. And obviously a lot of players have left this week. Obviously Holland's out on loan. My boy Joe Powell has gone now to Burton. Martin Samuelson today as well.
Mm-hmm.
You think there's a chance that maybe one of them big boys could go? I know we sort of talk about this every week, but the more it goes on, I think there's a risk that it could happen,
I would say possibly. I think from the sounds of things, they're actively trying to sell Yarmolenko, which is a shame. I quite like Yarmolenko. And just because of the team, the last couple of games, it really wouldn't surprise me if they sold Diop. Again, I think that's a bad decision if we do sell Diop, but it wouldn't surprise me if he went.
Yeah.
When Aaron Cresswell's playing at centre-back in front of you, you've got to be worried.
Yeah. Do you know someone made a question I see on, I think it was the West Ham Way podcast I was listening to this morning on the train, said, is there a chance that you could pay, we always say about Rice playing centre-back, but Diop to Patrick Vieira CDM?
I don't...
Just as a question out there, just putting a question out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it. Like Rice, Rice, was moved up. I don't know. I don't see Diop having that in his game. I think Diop's got potential to be a world-class centre-back. I don't think he's ever played ever in midfield, so it'd be a weird one to try and move him up now.
Yeah. One player we are linked with today, who I really like, Barkley, is linked with a move to West Ham. Again, loan. Don't pay the money if you want him.
But again, Ross Barkley, like, we've already got Fornals, we've already got Lanzini. Yeah, he's a bigger guy. He's more of a unit than them, but he's still a fancy attacking midfielder. Do you know what I mean? We've already got loads of them. We don't need. And don't get me wrong, I like Ross Barkley as well.
I like him, and he would be good for our team as well.
But I don't. He's not what we need.
No,
we need that
strong midfielder,
proper battling, dominant
monster.
Yeah, exactly.
Need a monster in there. I'm trying to think. Like I say, there's literally hardly anything that's excited me that we're linked with. Like I say, that Ross Barkley one, I do like the guy. Got a good long shot on him. He's English as well. He'd probably come over a point to prove if it was to come off. Trusting Moyes there as well. Probably, I think Moyes was the one who sort of gave me his little chance. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, but that's about it really. I'm going to go in the chat quickly. It's possible that the top clubs wanted VAR to foul, so the Premier League are deliberately trying to make it foul. Seems that way to me, considering how badly they have implemented. Well, Liverpool definitely don't want it to bloody be taken away, because Liverpool is working for them every week. Whereas if we lose Saturday and we go into the drop zone, we will go down, and a club from top to bottom hasn't got the West Ham art to survive. I'm raging. It's a massive game. We're going to talk about that in a minute. It is a massive game on Saturday. Yeah, like you say, if we fall into that bottom three, I can't see us getting out of it. I can't. Bournemouth are terrible. Norwich a long way behind. Villa are terrible. So I think it's between, like Norwich are gone. I think Bournemouth will go. It's between us and Aston Villa and who goes down. Or the Clarets. I do. Yeah, so let's go into that then now, because all the other stuff is so depressing. So West Ham versus Everton. Last time out, they beat us 2-0 at Goodison Park. They currently sit 11th on 28 points. Obviously, they've changed their manager since we last played them. They've got the big Italian guy now, Carlo Ancelotti. Do you have like Carlo Ancelotti at West Ham, mate? Is that a manager you would have excited you?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. One of the most successful, going to sound like we're going over Pellegrini again here, but one of the most successful managers in the game. Won everything there is to win. Massive experience. Yeah, 100%. I would have loved Ancelotti here. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember whether it was Ancelotti or whether it was someone else. I'm pretty sure it was Ancelotti, but apparently he didn't even entertain the thought of West Ham because he didn't see us as a big enough club.
Yeah, and would you want to work with them too as well? Yeah. Apologies for the lag, guys. If there is still a bit of lag, the audio is apparently fine. Apparently my video is slightly fine because my daughter's watching Frozen 2 out there.
Oh, see.
Yeah, I know. They don't think about me when I'm doing this important channel. Too busy in there, like into the unknown. Probably get done for rights now. Yeah, and their top goal scorers, Richarlison, good player, good player, and Calvert-Lewin's really found some form under Ancelotti. Yeah, they are our bogey team, aren't they? I've got a few little things to look at because I know like looking at this sort of stuff. So, obviously, their injuries at the moment is Jean-Philippe Gabin, very good on FIFA. Andre Gomez won't be playing, thank God. We won't be making him look like Erlo. And Alex Iwobi, yeah. So, Gomez not playing is definitely a good one for us. This Saturday lined up in their last game. Sorry, let me just remove that. So, in the last game, they lined up, they played a classic 4-4-2. For Sidibe, Keane, Holgate, Walcott, Davis, Sigurdsson, Nard, and Richarlison. A lot of players that can hurt us there, mate. I'm going to sit over here. Yeah, who do you fear in there, mate? Walcott loves scoring against us, obviously.
I was just going to say, mate, yeah, Walcott loves a goal against us. Richarlison,
good player.
obviously.
Sigurdsson's got that worldie against us, didn't he?
Bernard is a player, just because he's a player that I'm pretty sure we were linked with at one point. He'll probably score.
Yeah. What happened there?
Am I back? Can you hear me?
You can go. Yeah, and then looking at us, obviously, this is how we lined up the last game. Fabianski, Balbuena, Bonat, and Cresswell. Zabaleta, right wing back, Masuaku, left wing back, Noble, Rice in midfield, Lanzini, and Anderson. I think we might have lost Paul there for a second, so I'm just going to talk you through this. Obviously, changes are going to happen, aren't they? Martin will come in for Fabianski. Is Fredericks back now? Possibly is back now. No Antonio yet. So apart from the Fabianski in goal, there won't be many changes, mate. No.
Right, am I back? Can you see me?
You never went.
All right, that's all right then.
Yeah, you never went. Yeah. So apart from Martin in goal, is there much you would do there, mate?
Do you know
Diop for Cresswell?
Yeah, I don't mind Cresswell in that position, but if you're going to play three centre backs, play a centre back. Do you know what I mean? I would bring Diop in. I'm just trying to think what you could do with Zabaleta.
Fredericks not back. It was only one game, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, because he was suspended when he. Yeah, no, that's true. So I don't know. Maybe I think
for now Master Waku is also injured as well. Gary says in the chat.
Fantastic, brilliant.
Yeah, he did say that actually. I remember him saying that, and obviously something has changed during that time. Yeah, so looking at us, we're just need a win. We desperately need a win. What about going back? Do you think Moyes would be stubborn and start three at the back, or was there a chance that you would go four at the back?
I don't know.
Because the Bournemouth game is the best we looked.
Yeah, he likes that formation. He played it last time he was here with a three at the back. I agree. I'd like to see us. It's really weird because for months, so many people have been saying three at the back suits our players better, suits the team better. So I think if he can make it work, it's a good formation for us. The thing is it's a good formation as long as you're not using it too defensively. Do you know what I mean? I think if you took maybe Noble out of there and you put Fornals in next to Rice, give him a bit more of an attacking outlet there, rather than having sort of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenders essentially on the pitch. I think that's where you need to balance the team out a little bit.
I just don't get why Fornals didn't start against Sheffield United as well, you know. Fornals has to start on Saturday.
Yeah.
Has to start Saturday. Dreaded thing. There is some other little bits that I want to discuss in a bit, but I think 2-0 loss.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably a decent prediction, mate. I'll probably go along with that.
Yeah. It's depressing, isn't it? It's depressing every week on the channel. At the minute, we just can't muster ourselves to predict a win. And Martin says should go forward at the back. There's a couple of other things I want to discuss, but I know you haven't got too long tonight. Need Lanzini to have a blinding game if Anderson's out. Oh yeah, Anderson might be out as well. I did read that as well. Did read that. Yeah, Lanzini needs to pick up his game. To be fair, he did have spells. I've got to say, they went close with a free kick. But his decision making with the one that he tried to blast near post, but again, Haller didn't help him there.
No, it didn't
move. Didn't move.
Haller was. I saw a lot of people using the screenshot of how easy it would have been for Lanzini to pass it across, but the screenshot don't tell the story. If you watch that, actually, what happened there, watch it again. Haller does nothing. If Lanzini had squared that to Haller, the defender would have got it. The defender would have got there first.
The only potential move he could have had there is Anderson was coming in edge to the box. Maybe that was the pass, but again, it's all hindsight now, isn't it? 3 at the back provides more cover than 4 with Zabaleta right back. He is useless at right wing back, which is what 5 at the back is good. So no solution at the minute. Agreed. What else did I want to show you? Oh yeah, a few things off FanMate Online. Just wanted some comments on it. So the most goals conceded this decade, and oh look, Stam United, which is crazy, man. 341 games, 520 goals. It's ridiculous levels, isn't it? It's ridiculous.
Shocking.
Considering we weren't in the Premier League for 1 year as well. We got promoted, but we weren't in for 1 year, was we? 2011, 2012 season. So it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's embarrassing. It really is.
Yeah. Jesus, we will lose. It's going to be carnage over there. I'll have my camera at the ready. Drink lots of beer. Yeah, I really hope we do win, but I just can't see it. I think Everton will want it a bit more. As always, with any game at London Stadium, first goal is crucial. I think they've got too many players that can hurt us at the minute. I've got Luton in form, Richarlison's good form. You've got all them players that have got good records against us. Sigurdsson, great record. As Paul pointed out, Theo Walcott's got a great record against us. I just don't see where the win is coming from. How would you feel if we beat Everton?
Delighted.
Delighted. Listen, I don't ever want West Ham to lose, but obviously I can, predict what the consequences will be if we do lose. We're going to be in the bottom three. The fans will feel more angry and aggressive towards the ball if we don't sign a player. So yeah, of course I'm going to be happy if we win. I want us to win. We'll lose even if we play 9 at the back. Depressing time in the club's history and won't change until they leave. It's all cheap, classless, and clueless. We're going to go for another few minutes because, like I say, Paul hasn't got long. Right, this thing that's been floating around Twitter, I think every single channel has done a question on it. I think it's only fair that we do it as well. It's from someone called Athens Angelic on Twitter. I did send it to Paul before. So here we go. So, like the Matrix, you can pick 2 pills. So the first one, the FA Cup, the Premier League, sack Karen Brady, Sullivan and Gold sell the club, return to the bowling, I'm close friends with a player, sign 3 players, any name. Your child will play for West Ham, 3 home games and 3 away games for.
Well, I think
I'll leave that up.
the first one's obvious. I think everyone at the moment is going to. Well, no, I think everyone at the minute to take number 4.
Yeah.
Sullivan and Gold to sell the club, and then it's difficult. I was looking at these, and it's difficult after that. Winning the FA Cup, massive.
I think win the Premier League. I think winning the Premier League has to be for me. Winning Premier League for me is definitely my number 1.
Yeah, winning the Premier League's huge. Winning the FA Cup's massive. I haven't got kids, so child signing for West Ham.
I've got a daughter, so
West Ham ladies, mate. There you go. Yeah. I think for me personally, it'd have to be Sullivan and Gold sell the club, and then Colton Cole to be my best mate.
What about that one though? Return to the bowling.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big one, isn't it?
What about you?
But like I say, definitely win the Premier League for me. Just to have that, get it all the time in work. You Arsenal fans, you mean, who has seen their club win the Premier League in their lifetime? Where's a dig? You know what I mean? A dig at the West Ham fans. So if we had that, or at least we've got that. Even if we only ever win it once in our lifetime, we've got it. We've never even won it in my granddad's lifetime. You know what I mean? We've never won it.
We're one of the few supposedly big teams that have never won the league ever. Funny. Like any, shocking.
Yeah, and the closest we've ever come is 3rd, 1985. FA Cup, obviously, if you're being realistic. Sullivan and Gold, yeah, obviously we all want them to change, but these are dream scenario ones. Gold and Sullivan will be gone in 10 years' time; they won't be alive. So that will happen at some point. So I'm not going to waste my wish. Return to the bowling would be amazing, but we just got on with what now. 3 home and away games for life. No, sign any 3 as come and go. No legend status. We could all go Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo. Yeah, I'd say win the Premier League, and it's tough, isn't it? I don't know. This mate is my get to have a couple of beers with Paolo, whatever. That's a tough one, that is. Is there any sponsors in the chat here? If you pick 4, get 3 as a bonus.
Yeah, exactly. So if you pick Golden, Sullivan to sell up, Brady goes as well. So
yeah, Brady goes as well. Martin says 1 and 2, so that's FA Cup. Ancelotti hasn't beaten Moyes in 4 attempts. I'm trying to be hopeful. Well, smack 20 quid on Everton. 4 and 5. If we won the double, we'll cancel out the Board's nonsense. Yep. And 1 and 2. I think we'll wrap it up there, mate. I think it's been a really good show. Joe 101. Do apologise, guys, for any lag issues. Not really a thing we get anymore. Usually the internet is so good now. But yeah, it must just be a little bit of a slow connection, either my end or Paul's end. I think it's probably my end. Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Up to 40-odd, 50-odd in the chat today. And chat was just going off. It was going off so much, I couldn't put every comment up today. I do apologise. Usually I make a point of putting everyone's comment on. But yeah, I do apologise. But yeah, we tried to get as many comments on as we can. Even if we don't answer the question you put up, I'd like to have it on the screen. We'll be back next week with show 102. I'll be back on Sunday with All the Gear, No Idea. I know you guys enjoyed it. So I was up really early last week, 8:30. Some of you didn't even catch it. Thanks, guys. And what I'm going to leave it with, once me and Paul have said goodbye, but yeah, subscribe button. Share it with your friends, as I always say. Keep believing. On your minds. Let's go. And I want to leave this here. Not that one. Not that one. Oh, where's it gone? Oh no, I've lost it. I do apologise. I was going to put the promises one up, but yeah.
All right.
So promises, guys. Something is meant to be delivered, not broken, not excused. I'll leave you with those words. On your hands, keep believing. Let's hope we win on Saturday. Let's go.
Cheers.